For more now on North Korea, we want to bring in Newsweek senior writer and former Moscow bureau chief Bill Powell. He's following the latest from Washington. Bill, thank you so much for joining us. I want to ask you first about the latest threats from Pyongyang. Usually the regime's warnings are rather vague, but this one is very specific in regards to Guam. Why is the North targeting this American territory, especially when you consider the U.S. already has other critical, crucial military bases all over the region?
Well, I think it's specifically related to the fact that it is a U.S. territory, and they want to threaten specifically the U.S. as opposed to South Korea or Japan, the U.S. allies in East Asia. And it is, as you said in the opener, it is home to a significant U.S. Military base as well. So the North views it as in that sense, as no doubt a strategic target.
Secretary of State Rex Tillerson played down the heated rhetoric and the overall threat. He says an attack from North Korea is not imminent. And yet we have these intel reports coming out suggesting that Pyongyang can actually fit a miniature nuclear warhead on a missile. Why is this so significant? Well,
the miniaturization issue is critical because it allows the North to put a nuclear bomb on an intercontinental ballistic missile, to fit the warhead onto a missile, and therefore presumably be able to deliver that missile. Now, there is some skepticism in the intelligence community, both here in the U.S. and among our allies, as to whether they have re-entry capability in their intercontinental missiles. That is to say, whether the missile would break up upon re-entering the Earth's atmosphere. So there still is some question on the deliverability of the North's nuclear capability, but it's clear, stepping back from it, that they are making steady, indeed, it seems almost relentless progress.
You know, the Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, has made it a point to be particularly measured when asked about the current state of things with North Korea. President Trump recently, not the case at all. I want to ask you about some of the language. Just this morning, he tweeted out that the United States nuclear arsenal is stronger and more powerful than ever before. This comes, of course, after the fire and fury comment. How does the president's rhetoric and these statements impact the situation with Korea? You know, some have argued that he's just speaking the language. Rex Tillerson argued that he's just speaking the language that Pyongyang will respond to and understand. But is it more than that?
Well, I think there is something to that. Yesterday's fire and fury comment resembled sort of, or sounded like, the type of rhetoric that the North itself has used over the years. They're noted, their leadership and their state-run media is sort of noted for over-the-top hellfire and brimstone type of rhetoric, threatening South Korea, threatening Japan, threatening the U.S. So President Trump seemed to be aping that rhetoric. Is how it struck me. Now, toward what end? That I'm less clear on. It's not clear to me that using that type of rhetoric would do anything other than inflame the situation even more than it already is, and therefore I question its wisdom.
Bill Powell from Newsweek, thanks so much for your insights.
Thank you.